Hello, welcome to Explanatory Live. We're really happy that you were able to join us here today. If you are having problems getting views on your live streams, or if you're looking for a few tips and tricks that can help you to get that audience that you need for your brand, I guarantee that in this video we have some tips for you that you've probably never heard of before. Plus, at the end of the video, there's a bonus hack that I guarantee you never heard of before. And plus, we have a free worksheet available for you to download. It's free. While we're here, I want to bring in our resident video expert who's here with us today, Mike. How's it going, Mike?
To my audience around the world, hello. And to you, Ryan. Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. You know, I'm happy whenever we can get together to talk about how to help businesses grow, and definitely live streaming is part of that equation.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's the reason we have this video here titled Get More Views While Live Streaming. So let's get right into the first one here. And well, the first one is that there is a bonus hack, but that's at the end of the video. So I can't give the bonus first, right, Mike?
I was thinking we're seeing a bonus right off, but no, that's for the end, man. Come on. Everyone wants more views live streaming. Let's do this. Number one.
That's right, number one. So let's go to number one. We have to create the survey. So I see a lot of guys, they go live, but they have not created any surveys. So basically what this means is before you go live, we want to have topics that people are actually interested in your field. So let's say that you're a real estate agent. You could put a survey out to all your followers on Facebook and say, hey, what kind of houses are you interested in right now? And everyone could reply back, you know what, I'm not actually interested in a house right now, Mike. The economy's bad, but I would like to buy in the future. When would be the right time to buy? So in that case, Mike, what would be the right video to make?
Oh man, let's talk about when's the right time to buy a house. How do you read the market?
That's right,
Give
Mike.
Give people what they want. That's the conversation they're already having.
Exactly. And we want to be part of that conversation. You want to be top of mind, top of brand. If people see you out there talking about this, they're going to see you as the authority. And then it's going to be authentic, and you're going to be brought into that conversation. So maybe they're not ready to buy right now, Mike. But in the future, what's going to happen?
You are the expert. It's going to be automatic. They're going to come to you because you're the one who they trust and who they've been getting good information from.
That's right. They're going to be coming right back to you because they have a relationship with you, right? So that's the idea of creating a survey. And then what happens is when you have a survey, when you figure out what people are actually interested in, then you can send out a notification. And this is great because you could actually put ad money behind this and promote on Facebook or promote on Instagram and say like, hey, get notified when we're live about when to buy houses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's going to hit that target audience specifically. And what they're going to do is give you your email address. Now, email address, if you have that, you're golden. Right? Because we don't want to be beholden to the social media, YouTube, and all that stuff, right?
Right. Once you get the email address, man, that's money right there.
that's what Mike said.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, Mike, that's the way, one way to put it. Yeah. So because what happens is now you have a relationship. When you're going live, you can email your subscribers. You can grow that list. And of course, there's other ways to grow an email list that we'll talk about a little bit later. But specifically here, you're hitting your target audience because they're concerned about, hey, when to buy a house. Boom, I'm putting my email there. I want to get notified. So that's a very important one there. And then what happens is in the announcement, that you email or that you publish on the events page in Facebook or on YouTube, we want to put some key information. We want to put the what is the name of your show, what is the show about, who is the show for, why should people tune into your show, how often will you go live, and what happens if they can't tune in to the live show. So do any of those make sense to you, Mike? That
answer all those questions for people so they know exactly what's going to happen, and it's going to be easy for them to remember and easy to promote that way. So you got to give them the vital statistics.
Yeah, they got to know that right off the bat. I mean, it makes sense, right? You're using their time, and time is valuable, so you want to make sure they know. So what's cool about this is, in a nutshell, you get your what, your why, your how, and your what ifs. So, for example, you could say what in one sentence. So for this show, we could say, hey, this is Explanatory Live, and we're going to be showing you how to get more views for your live streams. And then we can say why. Okay, in this show, we're going to be going over how to gain an email list. We're going to be going over how to use community tabs in YouTube. We're going to be going over how to use Restream to gain more views. So these are your 3 reasons. Even if you have more, just list the 3. And then you can say how it will impact your viewers. You know, if you're able to watch the show, this could increase your audience, your viewers. And then if you can't tune in, number 4, a replay is available. You know, just put your email here. We'll drop the link here, and that's it. So you're good to go.
So smooth. That was so smooth. If you can't tune in, get your email here, and it's going to be shown for you.
So if you can't tune in, and what's cool, Mike, is that's also like a trailer. So you know that can be text, but you could also record a quick Facebook video or Instagram video and just say exactly what I just said.
Boom, 30 seconds or less.
That's right. That's all we need just to get people excited. And then a lot of times you can say if you have any coworkers that might be interested in this subject, they'll forward that on. They'll send that on.
Nice.
So that's the way to do it, Mike. That's the way.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So little by little you can grow. And then also, of course, we want to make sure that we're using proper SEO before you live stream. Because what can happen a lot of times is people will title their live stream, "Hey, I'm going live." That's a problem.
That's totally what I look for when I want to find something about going live. It's not actually.
Yeah. You're being sarcastic, Mike, I think. No, but it's true. Like, so many people do it, though. They just say, "Hey, live at 8." Or we're going live. But what are we going live about? Why should I tune in? So just like when you're uploading a regular video, we want to use SEO. We want to find out what topics people are talking about, what they're interested in, and what's going to rank well, because the replay value will also rank well if you use good SEO.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool stuff. And then, of course, I just jumped ahead here. We want to schedule 4 to 5 to 6 days in advance.
Let's do it bigger. Let's go 5 to 6. Forget that 4 to 5 stuff. Why? Why should I be scheduling that early? I mean, shouldn't people just be waiting all the time for me to live stream? They're not going to do that. Schedule ahead. That's going to help your viewers, and it's going to give YouTube an opportunity to promote your video, and for you a chance to promote your video.
Right, you gotta give people anticipation, right? Like, what happens with a movie, right? Does the movie just boom hit the theaters?
Mm-mm.
No, you got months and months of trailers and excitement, and we want to do the same with our products, because as you can see in this video, you get your reminder on. This is pretty cool, because like once you schedule, YouTube will allow your video to surface in search, and instead of hitting play on the live button, the viewers will get this reminder on button, right? So,
I've used that before.
Right? Maybe for this video.
Yes.
So there you go. That's the one there, and then you can also do what, Mike, here with promoting.
Promote it in the community tab. Why not? In the community tab on YouTube. use that to your benefit. It's something easy you can do, and promote it right there, and you're going to reach a larger audience on YouTube where you're already at, and they're already there. They're already at YouTube where you're streaming. So why would you not utilize that tool? So promote it in the community tab.
Right. Some people don't realize, especially on mobile. If you're on YouTube mobile, you'll see like stories just like you will on Instagram. And if you have the right threshold of subscribers, you can utilize stories just like you would in Instagram. And then the community tab on YouTube will also surface those results, on their platform, which is a really great way. A lot of people forget that. You go to their community tab on their YouTube page, nothing, just blank. So
Yeah.
we definitely want to use that.
Don't let that be you.
Exactly. And then, of course, we want to think about the replay. A lot of people, they'll go live and they'll say, hey guys, welcome. Oh wait, I forgot my mic is not working. Or, hey guys, let me say hi to everybody here before we start. And then what happens is on the replay, people are gone. They're gone. They're not going to stick around, right?
Yeah, and that might seem not a big deal live, but if you're going to restream, it doesn't make for an easy restreamable and rewatchable stream. And you're not going to get the views in the future like you could if you didn't participate in those shenanigans right in the first 10 or 15 seconds.
Right. Like, that's a huge, I think about 80% of people's live streams that I watch, or even of our clients, we go in there, we say, what are you doing? Like, literally, this might be good for people tuning in live, but the replay, no way, man. No way. What's great is on YouTube, sometimes people forget that. In fact, we're going to do that with this video, is you can actually trim the beginnings and you can trim the end. So sometimes something nice to do is you put the meat of your story or the meat of your live stream. People can leave comments, but you don't have to necessarily engage with those comments until the end of that section, right? And then after that section's over, now you can go into question and answer. You can spend as much time as you want with your community. And then when you go to edit the video on YouTube, you can trim out the end and you can trim out the beginning. That's all you're allowed to do. Nothing in between. So what you do, you put your question and answer at the end, you put the shenanigans in the beginning, the core in the center, right? So now you're good to go.
Makes sense.
And what is this timestamps?
So timestamps are going to let people go back and view a portion of the show that they need to come back through. They need a reminder. They didn't really get that tip so good. I use timestamps all the time when I'm watching videos. If I'm fixing my car, which is more than I want it to be, or putting something in, I'm watching something instructional, which is great if you've got a group of people who are going step for step with you as you're talking. You've got them 100% engaged. But I need to go back and rewatch a certain section because I'm slow. They're doing it and I'm trying to follow and I can't keep up. If there's not timestamps, it's such a pain in the neck to find the spot where I need to be
Where
at.
you were,
and
right.
Honestly, I just search for another video. I'm like, somebody else is going to have timestamps and it's not going to be a problem for me to follow along. So timestamps are essential and they're awesome.
Yeah, exactly what you said. And maybe they don't find other timestamps, but they'll find a video that's specific to that specific question, right? Instead of looking at your video that might have been more broad, but it included that piece. Or it's kind of like, when you're reading a book and you remember, oh, I read this thing, but I don't know where it is. Well, you have chapters in the book. And that's why there's, hey, I love the Bible, right? The Bible's awesome. Couldn't read the Bible without chapters or verses, right? So,
that was put in later. It used to be just huge scrolls.
Oh, that's right.
Imagine
That. That's right. So it's like you would never get to anything without chapters or verses. So, let's just say, maybe YouTube's a little biblical now. You know what I mean? Getting into timestamps. No, I did not Did not just say that. But anyway, so now you're growing your email list. And as you have an email list, you want to make sure that you're giving them a heads up that you're going live. Of course, you want to ask them, this is a small tip, but if you're providing something of value, like a lead magnet, maybe a worksheet, or a video course, you want to tell them as you get their email, do us a favor and take the email you receive from us, take it out of the promotions tab, and put it in your regular inbox tab, right? Because your email will get lost in that promotions area. But if they take that first email, there's a greater chance that the next email they get, like, hey, I'm live, it's going to go direct to that inbox. So try to encourage them to do that. So let's get to our final one here, which is the bonus, which is called the Restream hack.
Woo!
Wow. Now this is something very new, and I think it could be really useful. So let's go to the desk cam. So when you're using Restream, in case you're not sure what that is, it's a very powerful platform, because what happens is you can be streaming on YouTube, and instead of streaming from your computer to Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, or even Twitch, what happens is your stream from YouTube goes up to the cloud to Restream. You pay them about $20 a month. It's about the fee. And then what they'll do is they'll take that one feed, just like a TV channel does. They'll broadcast it to all these other platforms simultaneously. Now what happens is there's a big mistake and a big trap that can happen here is people will continue to do this. They'll put the entire live stream that you have on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitch. But what happens is your community gets very diluted across all of these different platforms.
Right.
Right. And we don't really want to dilute the community. We want to make sure that our information is exclusive. And the best place to have exclusive information right now that's searchable content is YouTube, which is why we stress make YouTube your home. So how do we gain the YouTube platform so that this grows? And these ones can help, but we want this to be the main, cog in the wheel. Well, what we can do is while we're streaming to Twitter, in the middle of the stream we can say, hey guys, we're glad that you were able to join us here, but we're going to continue the stream over on YouTube. The link is below. Come join us, please, over on YouTube. And that's gonna increase your viewership on YouTube. And it's also going to help with your engagement, because now instead of replying to comments from Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and all that stuff, you're going to be replying just to the ones on YouTube. And that's going to help them, to see, like, hey, they're talking to me. They're here for, why I'm here,
Yeah, and comments grow exponentially. Like, people comment to you, and they comment to other people, and other people comment back to them. If it's on one platform, you're growing from that huge pot. It's like a snowball. So the more engagement you're having, the better. So if you can get them migrated all to YouTube at some point, best thing you can do.
Yeah, especially, and I mean, if you're just starting out, you don't have to be focusing on all these other social platforms. Focus on YouTube first. I mean, YouTube, some bazillion views a day, there's a bazillion people, whatever. You're still only reaching maybe 0.002% of your audience. You know what I'm saying? So, focus on getting the rest of that audience. And chances are you're never going to get that entire audience that's available there, right?
Right.
It's too big. And then what ends up happening is when you're focusing on all these other platforms, you get distracted. It's like what I like to say, Mike, is the juice worth the squeeze?
Huge question.
That's the key right there. Is the juice worth the squeeze?
And if it's across a bunch of platforms, it's not. Virtually impossible for it to be. Because you're diverting your attention for an exponentially smaller amount of viewers and engagement.
Right. I see
But it
people
still
follow.
takes your attention to operate it and run it and stay on that small platform.
Right, right. And at the end of the day, these are platforms that are serving, our audience. We want to make that community, but also, we want to make sure we're building that email list. I mean, look what happened with TikTok, right? I mean, imagine if you built your audience on TikTok, it's gone, right? But if you had that email list, now you can take your viewership with you wherever you go. And that's what we got here.
King, that's awesome.
That's what we have here. It's called, we have a free worksheet that can help you with this. Everything that we just talked about that can kind of help you through your live streams, that can help you have other ideas of how to grow your audience, grow your income, grow your brand. And that's found at explanatorilive.com/worksheet. It's free for you. Go ahead and get that, download that now while it's still free. No, but we're really excited to be able to help the community here. And any questions or comments that you have, you can leave them below, and we'll make sure to answer those. Also, please subscribe and hit that alert bell, because we do have other videos coming out shortly, and we want to make sure that you're also notified. So, Mike, any parting words?
Yeah, download that worksheet. I mean, it's going to help you. Even you might think, I'm not really going to do this, but it will, I guarantee you, help you to define what you are, who you are, your audience, and what you should be doing. And after you do that, you will probably want to live stream. But if not, at least you have that information. It's gonna go through what you're doing and help you to examine what you have going on, and I'm sure it's gonna help. There's no way it won't.
Right. There's no way. No, I mean, even in that worksheet, there's some of these questions too, right? Like, what's the name of your show? What's it about? Who is the show for? We need to figure these things out before you even go live.
Yeah.
And that worksheet's going to help you, develop who your avatar is, who your live stream's for. And once we figure out who it's for, then we can figure out how to target those people and how to grow your audience. And that's what we got for you today. So we're really excited again. Like we said, we're happy to have you here. Please join us again on the next show and on the next video. Talk to you soon. See you, Mike.
See you guys. See you around.
Take it easy, buddy.
Boom. Nice job, Ryan.